Hello, hello. This is Marco Xink from the channel Xink Ensina. Welcome to the channel. Past simple, present perfect. What's the difference between them? When to use one, when to use the other one, how to decide which one to choose. Let's go and let's learn some interesting details about them. Did you know that you can use present perfect to talk about the future? Wow, we know that we use the present to talk about the future, like in timetables. But present perfect for the future, stay until the end of the explanation of this page and you will learn something interesting about it. Well, let's start with part A. Part A is here, and it says that time expressions that refer to the present, such as this morning, this week, this month, today, can be used with either past simple or present perfect verbs. If we think of this morning as a past completed time period, then we use the past simple. If we think of this morning as a time period which includes the present moment, then we use the present perfect. Compare. I didn't shave this morning. You can see that the morning is over and I didn't shave. Let's compare with the second sentence. I haven't shaved this morning. It's still in the morning. It's still the morning and I might shave later if I want. But how can I say this week and if the week hasn't finished and use past simple? Is it possible? I lost my key. I lost my key today, but I have them with me now. So you see, I lost, but it's a completed cycle. I've lost my keys. I lost them and I don't know where they are, right? Look at B. In a sentence which includes a time clause with since, we generally prefer a past simple verb in the time clause and the present perfect verb in the main clause. Ooh, all right. The time clause refers to a particular time in the past. Let's see the examples. Since Mr. Dodson became president, unemployed has increased. So, started that situation bad for employment. Started when Mr. Dodson became president. So, starting at that time period, this is what has happened, rather than has become. She hasn't been able to play tennis since she broke her arm. It's not possible to play here. But why? Because she broke her arm that time, rather than she has broken. You can say, she has broken her arm. Oh, poor her. She has broken and it's still broken, okay? Or fixing. Note, however, that we use the present perfect in the time clause if the two situations described in the main clause and time clause extend until the present. Have you met any of your neighbors since you've lived here? Not since you lived here. You still live here, right? So since you've lived here. Since you moved here, you can say, but moving is a finished event. Living isn't, right? You still live here. Very interesting, this difference. Let's see part C. With time clauses introduced by after, when, until, as soon as, once, by the time, and the time expressions the minute, the second, the moment. The past simple refers to past completed events, and the present perfect refers to future events. Ooh, let's see these examples. Very interesting one. Pay attention, please. After she left the hospital, okay? So after that, she had a long holiday. After she left the hospital, she had a long holiday. Or look at the second one. After Lucas has left school, he will be spending 6 months in India. After Lucas has left school, this is about the future. Wow, so we use present perfect to talk about the future. That's very interesting, right? That's very interesting. Look at the other two situations. The minute I got the news about Anna, I telephoned my parents. The minute I got, all right? But look at the other one. I'll contact you the minute I've got my exam results. I'll contact you after or the minute I've got my exam results. Soon after, right? So present perfect to talk about the future. All right. In both situations, after Lucas has left school, well, here there isn't another verb, but well, has left school, he lives here, but after he has left school, he will be spending 6 months in India. I'll contact you the minute I've got my exam result. I've got, so in this minute, or after, soon after this minute, I'll contact you. Very interesting, this use of present perfect. In the time clause, in sentences like this, it's possible to use the past perfect instead of the past simple. For example, after she had left. After she had left, and the present simple instead of present perfect. After Lucas leaves. Wow, present simple. Interesting. After Lucas leaves school, he will be spending 6 months in India. All right? Very interesting. And what about news reports? It seems that there are some interesting uses of English in news reports. Let's see one here. In news reports, you will often read about or hear recent news introduced by the present perfect. And then the past simple or other past tenses are used to give details. This is not only do we use this in news reports, but when we say something, when we start a conversation or start a topic with someone, all right? Look at these examples. A Russian spacecraft has returned safely to Earth. Has returned. So I'm introducing the topic with its 2 passengers. US astronaut Scott Keane and Russian cosmonaut Olga Kalary landed in the early hours of Wednesday. An American woman has become the first person to make 2 million contributions to Wikipedia. Esther Miller began editing the site 8 years ago. So you see, we have present perfect to introduce the topic, and then past simple to give more details. Let me move upwards to read this letter E part. After the pattern, it is or it will be the first time, this is the first time, this will be the first time, we generally use the present perfect in the next clause. All right? That's the first time I've seen Jen look embarrassed, reporting a past event. It won't be the first time she has voted against the government, talking about the future, a future event. Note that after it was the first time, and this we are referring to the past, right? We generally use the past perfect. It was the first time I talked to Dimitra outside the office. It was the first time I talked to Dimitra outside the office. Wow, all right. So I'm talking about the past. Oh, there's a shade here, shadow here on me. Not anymore. All right. So this is the explanation. Let's put it into practice. All right. Let's go to the second part of the video. If you liked the explanations, why don't you strike the like button and subscribe to the channel? Okay, will you? All right, let's move on and see the second part of the video. Okay, exercises. Complete each sentence with a verb from the box. We have, go, oversleep, someone is going to be late at work or school. Read, spend, and wear. All right? So let me just change the color. Let me get a little darker for our writing experience. Look, complete each sentence with a verb from the box. Use the present perfect or past simple with a negative form where necessary. All right, shall I make us some dinner? It's already 8 o'clock. No, thanks. I went to the dentist this afternoon and my mouth hurts too much to eat anything. So the person is no longer at the dentist, okay? So I went to the dentist and the mouth hurts now. Okay, you could say, oh, but there's a result in the present. No, you're no longer at the dentist, okay? So you went to the dentist, or the person went to the dentist. Oh, it seems that it's a little too small, don't you think? Let me see. Yes, it's really small. Let me turn it bigger. 60, no, let's try 72. It seems okay, right? No, but it's too light. Let me make it darker. Sorry, just a sec. Okay. All right. I went to the dentist. Good. Okay. Let's move on to number 2. I 3 lectures today and I still have 2 more later this afternoon. Wow. What are you having here? Are you giving lectures? No, probably you are attending lectures. So here I've had, or I have had, okay? I have had 3 lectures today. So you are a university student, you're going to lectures and it's fine. Bit tiring maybe, but you're investing in your future. Good, let's move on. It was so hot today that shorts and a t-shirt at work. Are you at work? No, no longer. So I wore, the past of wear. I wore shorts and a t-shirt at work. We 200 pounds on food this month. And there's another week to go before I get paid. Oh, so now, look, we're in the middle of the month, or 3/4. And then it's present perfect because the month hasn't ended. And we are talking about spending money at supermarket or on groceries. So we have spent £200. How much do you spend in a month? Why don't you give us some ideas in the comments? Oh, sorry, I'm still here. Let me go down, but you could understand when I read, right? The exercise. All right, let's continue here. Number 5, do you want a lift home? A hitchhike? No, this morning, because my alarm clock didn't go off, so I need to work late. So I overlapped, or I have overslept. What do you think? I overslept because it's something in the past. You are awake now. So I overslept. This morning because my alarm clock didn't go off. Oh, that's not very nice, right? Because everybody's going to judge, but the alarm clock is to blame. And don't we have any responsibility if it happens? Well, I don't know. Look, much of the report yet, but I have to finish it by the weekend. So it seems that we have a negative sentence here. So the time hasn't finished, so it's present perfect. I haven't read. I haven't read much of the report yet. Well, here, at the time I'm recording the video, is Thursday. So the person would have today, tomorrow, and Saturday, maybe Sunday, to read the report. Do you like to take work to the weekend? I prefer not to. Well, let's go to exercise 2. What do you have to do in that exercise? We have pairs of verbs. We have to use them together, so according to the meaning. Complete the sentences with the pairs of verbs from the box. Choose the most appropriate tense, past or present perfect or past simple. Be able, feel, not want, fall, happen, speak, rescue, be, improve, and be, work, and a negative one, not have. Maria goes swimming since she in the river. Oh, she fell in the river, right? So do you think she would like? No, not want. Maria don't want, hasn't wanted. And that's interesting. Maria hasn't wanted. Oh, sorry. We have to change the color again. Just a sec. Yes. And much better, right? Maria hasn't wanted. Why? Because she fell. She fell in the river. In the river. Yes, that's it. Thinks she at the company, she had a day off through illness. Since she has worked. She has worked at the company. She hasn't had a day off through illness. Good for her. She's got good health. Very nice. Thinks he, the girl from a house fire, he on TV almost every day. Oh, a hero! Oh, congratulations! Since he rescued. Do you agree? It's a past situation. The house isn't on fire anymore. The girl is secure, but he has been on TV almost every day. He has been. It's a collection of events of appearing on TV. All right. A lot since I last to you. A lot has happened since I last talked or spoke to you. A lot has happened since I last spoke to you. Easy. Easy peasy. Good. Let's go to number 5. What do we have in number 5? Since I to drive, I much more independent. Since I have been able to drive, I started driving in the past, and I can still drive. I have been able to drive since I've been able to drive. I have felt much more independent. Stefan's reading enormously since he at school. So it seems that Stefan learned to read before going to school. Since Stefan's reading has improved enormously since he has been at school. Since he started at school, I would say it's okay. But if we have to use verb to be, since he was at school, no, he has been at school. That's how it works. Let me flatten again. Let's continue. One of the sentences in each pair is wrong. Correct it by replacing the past simple with the present perfect of the italicized verb. All right, so let's see. One sentence in each pair is wrong. Remember that after you sign the contract, you won't be able to change your mind. So you've signed the contract. It's in the future, right? Since you've signed the contract. I'll write it here in the end, right? Let me try here. Since you have signed the contract. And Carlos' injury only became apparent after he signed to play for Real Madrid. Oh, it happens sometimes. Not very nice for clubs, right? As soon as I finished college, I want to travel around Australia. No, after this expression, as soon as I have finished. Very interesting. I have finished. I didn't have time to check the essay. I handed it in as soon as I finished it. The second one is about the past, so it's past simple. The first one is about the future, all right? As soon as I have finished college, I want to travel. By the time Sarah got to work, the meeting had finished. By the time Sarah got to work, the meeting had finished. So classical about past perfect. No problem with that. I'll probably have finished breakfast by the time the children have got up. So I'll probably have finished breakfast is near future by the time the children have got up. All right. Have got up. All right. I recognized her the moment I heard her laugh. I recognized the moment I heard her laugh. Both are in the past. But look at the second one. I will tell you what time we are coming the moment I have heard, or I have heard from Emil. It's about the future. I have heard from Emil. Okay? Very interesting use of present perfect. Let me see, I'm not in front of the information, so I'll stay here in the corner here. Here are some extracts from a television news report. Choose the more appropriate tense, present perfect or past simple for the verbs in brackets. Remember, we usually bring the topic in present perfect and give details in past simple. When President Nelson arrives in Paris this evening, present simple to talk about the future, right? Present perfect, past simple. Well, this is none of them. It will be the first time she has visited Europe since her election victory in May. Present perfect to talk about the future. Has visited Europe. The Victoria Hospital in Milltown, closed to new patients after more cases of food poisoning. Ooh, has been closed or has closed, right? Three elderly patients died last week in the outbreak. That's really sad. Died last week, right? The time is finished. The rate of inflation to 4.8% has dropped, right? Started dropping and now this is the result. Has dropped. Oops, sorry. Has dropped to 4.8%. It's the first time in nearly 2 years that the rate has fallen below 5%. Now it's a collection of events during these 2 years. Has fallen. Uh-oh. Oh, it's good when the inflation drops, I believe. Nearly 600 laptops, have been stolen, right? Now it's passive voice. Laptops don't steal anything. Have been stolen. From Ministry of Defense. Ooh, imagine that, from Ministry of Defense. They couldn't defend themselves from robbers. Very strange, by the way. From Ministry of Defense staff over the past 5 years. However, a spokesperson insisted that there had been no security problems. Well, insisted, why? Because the pronunciation, the talk from the spokesperson has finished. Insisted that there has been no security problems as none of the computers held secret information. Aha, all right, I'll believe that. I'll believe that. Not really. Okay, but this is the verb tense because we are talking about those computers that have been stolen, and it was insisted, the spokesperson insisted on that argument, and the computers didn't hold secret information. Okay, if he says so, right? Oops. Okay, let me flatten the image. And these are the answers for this interesting topic. Really nice topic about past simple and present perfect, the differences and everything. I really hope you liked. Strike the finger on the like button and follow the channel for more videos like this. Hope I see you or you see other videos in the future. Bye-bye.